Good morning, and what a wonderful morning it is for a drive to the office. The only slight difference is that the office today happens to be in Geneva, a couple of thousand miles away. So why don't you sit back and enjoy the ride. We'll be bringing you little updates of some of the scenery on the way and showing you all the sights. Well, the good news is we're coming up to the end of stage one. We're about to reach the Channel Tunnel, and after that, it's onto French soil for part two. We're now on the move, but I get a well-earned break from driving because we're going through the tunnel. It also gives me an ideal time to plan the route onwards down to Reims in France, where we're going to be staying just outside as an overnight stop. And once I've planned the route, I shall then pop back into the newly named Hotel M Class, where I shall have a lunch, a well-earned lunch. Welcome to France and route number 2. Well, we've had 9 hours on the road. Darkness is just about to set in. There's a rather beautiful sunset out there. And I have to concede that I'm looking forward in roundabout, I think we should make it in another half an hour to 3/4 of an hour to reaching our overnight stop, where we'll be having a well-earned meal.
Ken,
What?
you've got to go, mate.
Oh, I know. It's 5 o'clock. Do not let anyone ever tell me this is a glamorous job again. 5 o'clock in the morning is not glamorous for me. We've got about 6.5 hours now to get to Geneva. I think it's time for the camera to go. I need to get up, wake myself up. This is not a pretty sight. Good morning. This is better. I feel awake now. Well, it's at -3. I've just defrosted the windows. I'm not sure if this augurs rather well for going over the top of the Swiss mountains, but it should be spectacular. So I think it's time to start day 2. This is much better. I've just seen the sign for Geneva, and we're just starting to seriously climb. And that means spectacular scenery, if I'm not mistaken, and possibly snow, which we'll then be able to see just how good the Mercedes M Class is when the conditions get a little tough. In a word, well, 2 actually, off. I've been driving for an entire day. This is my lunch break. Good night. over there is a large lake, which I am taking to be Lake Geneva, and the very fine city of Geneva, which means that I have reached my goal. Well, I will have done in about 10 minutes or so. So I'm going to go there and check out lots more cars, which is after all what it's all about.